did not make the mistake I am about to describe, but I watched it happen. Repeatedly. To smart, hardworking, ambitious African immigrants in their first year in Europe. And by the time most of them realized what was happening, they had lost 2, 3, sometimes 5 years they can never get back. This is not one mistake. It is 4. And almost every immigrant makes at least one of them in year 1 without even noticing. Today I am breaking down all 4, clearly, honestly, and specifically, so you can recognize them before they cost you what they cost the people I watched. Mistake 1. Performing success before building it. You land in Europe. Your first salary arrives. And the pressure begins immediately, not from anyone forcing you, but from inside. You need to look like you made it. New phone. New clothes. Photos in front of nice buildings sent home with captions implying a life you have not yet built. A car you cannot afford in cash, financed at a rate you don't fully understand. I watched a friend do this in his first 4 months in Portugal. New iPhone. New wardrobe. Constant updates home suggesting things were going incredibly well. 18 months later he had less savings than the month he arrived. Here is the truth nobody says directly. The people back home cannot tell the difference between real wealth and performed wealth from photos and stories. But your bank account always can. Mistake 2. Letting the remittance grow faster than the salary. This connects directly to mistake 1. Once you start performing success, the expectations at home adjust to match the performance, not the reality. What started as just send something when you can becomes a recurring expectation. 100 euros becomes 200 euros. 200 euros becomes 350 euros. Not because your salary grew, because the perception of your success grew. As we covered in I send 300 euro home every month, here's what it's actually costing me. This is one of the most financially destructive patterns immigrants fall into, and it almost always starts in year 1, when boundaries around money are still being formed. The people I watched struggle most were not the ones who sent money home. They were the ones who never set a fixed amount, so the amount kept climbing with every phone call, every family event, every emergency, real or implied. Year 1 is when this pattern gets set. Set it deliberately, or it will set itself. Mistake 3. Trusting countryman-based financial advice and informal money schemes over verified systems. This one is delicate, but it has to be said honestly. When you arrive in a new country, you naturally gravitate toward people from home. This is normal. This is human. Community matters enormously for survival in the early months. But community is not the same as financial expertise. I watched immigrants hand over savings to investment groups run by other immigrants with no registration, no regulation, and no real track record, simply because the person ran it spoke their language and went to their church. I watched others avoid opening a real brokerage account because a countryman told them banks here don't like us or it's too complicated for people like us. Misinformation repeated so often it became accepted truth within entire communities. The pattern is always the same. Trust based on shared origin instead of trust based on verified credentials. Your community can support you emotionally, culturally, socially. But your money needs verified systems, regulated brokers, licensed accountants, real financial institutions. Not vibes. Not shared nationality. Not everybody is doing it. Mistake 4. Waiting to get settled before starting to build wealth. This is the quietest mistake. It doesn't look like a mistake. It looks like patience. I'll start investing once my papers are sorted. I'll start saving seriously once I find a better apartment. I'll think about ETFs once things calm down. The problem is, for an immigrant, things rarely fully calm down in year 1. There is always a new paperwork requirement, a new housing situation, a new family request. The goalposts for settled keep moving. Meanwhile, every month of waiting is a month of lost compounding. As we covered in How to Invest in Europe as an Immigrant, even 50 euros a month started in year 1, left untouched for 10 years, becomes something meaningful. The immigrants I watched delay investing until year 3 or 4 did not just lose 3 years of contributions. They lost 3 years of compounding on those contributions, which is mathematically the most expensive form of waiting that exists. You do not need to be settled to start. You need a system that works whether you're settled or not. Here is what makes year 1 so dangerous. These 4 mistakes don't happen in isolation. They compound each other. You perform success, so the remittance expectation grows. You're now sending more than planned, so you feel financial pressure. Under that pressure, you're more vulnerable to guaranteed return schemes from people who speak your language and promise quick fixes. And because you're stretched thin and stressed, investing feels like a luxury for later, so you keep waiting. 4 separate mistakes. 1 reinforcing cycle. The immigrants who avoid this don't necessarily have more discipline than everyone else. They simply made deliberate decisions early, about image, about remittance limits, about who to trust with money, about when to start building, instead of letting circumstances and social pressure decide for them. If you are in your first year in Europe right now, or you know someone who is, here are the 4 decisions to make deliberately in your first 90 days. 1. Decide what success actually looks like for you, privately, and stop performing it publicly before you've built it. 2. Set a fixed remittance amount now, communicate it clearly to family, and resist letting it grow with perception rather than income. 3. Verify before you trust. Use registered brokers, licensed accountants, regulated financial institutions. Community for support. Systems for money. 4. Open an investment account this month, even with €50. Not when you're settled. Now, these 4 decisions, made deliberately in year 1, are the difference between the immigrants who are still financially stuck after a decade and the immigrants who are quietly building real wealth. I did not make these mistakes myself, but I watched people I respect, people who are intelligent and hardworking, lose years to patterns that were entirely avoidable with the right information at the right time. That is the gap this channel exists to close. Not motivation. Information. Specific, timely, honest information that arrives before the mistake, not after. If you are early in your journey in Europe, share this with someone else who is too. This is the video that could save someone 2 or 3 years. Next, I'm breaking down how I personally think about money differently as an immigrant in Portugal, the mindset shift behind everything we've covered so far. Subscribe. That one ties this entire series together.